enye sure so be betina say asheda ka say me person be gu animas or whatever because Empress I think say every interviewer wants to ask questions that is compelling, questions that will make headlines. It is not wrong.
Will make headlines. Now, continue because say what pant color are you wearing? You answer.
Empress, when I open, I'll be answer. Any compulsory. So
why would the person even ask?
You're allowed to ask questions. So you are the one that has to clarify and state to say, I don't want to answer this question or whatever. However, we choose to say we'll be responding. You are not at gunpoint. I don't understand people when you go and sit down and they ask you questions. There is like somebody put you on gunpoint. Nobody put you on gunpoint. And let us establish this fact here. Please, Mepacho, everybody in this room, when you are going for an interview, you know the kind of interview you are going to. You know the person that is going to interview you. So let us not sit here and make it look like you go on an interview and it's a personal vendetta against you by the presenter. You know the presenter you are going to sit in front. I know how I will answer my questions. Empress Meba will show, so I know how I will answer my question. Why? Because I want to believe, say, interviewer, you will sit back to watch excerpts of that same person interviewing people to make your deductions and know how you're going to submit your answers. You don't just go and sit there because you've been called, and then when you finish, you come out and you come and play a victim. No. Let's not kid ourselves. There may person may try and say, Obia or delay interview bia. You know where you are going.
So you know where.
Of course. Let me use myself as an example. Okay. Okay, we'll do some question now. Of course, I knew where I was going. I knew the questions that were going to be asked. I'm not naming a hypocrite. I don't like to be hypocritical. I'm very blunt. Make delay show minimum questions will be busame. I know why she called me. Everybody sitting here to me can't delay interview. You don't know the questions you are going to be asked or what you are going to. You know. So when I see celebrities come out and sometimes they want to play the victim, and I may call me say I've seen them do it to Romeo. I've seen them do. I think it's a non-starter.
I'm going to cut you short.
Right.
You know that sometimes before you go on an interview, when you only panel, I discuss the questions. I also be solved. I didn't think that sometimes after they take you by surprise. Okay. Be solved question. So in a way, that's when I only panel. Maybe as a presenter, sometimes me invited guests. Or catch me say me patch me artists no. Let me use Empress as an example. They are me interview Empress. They showed me questions I'm supposed to ask it. Professionally, I will go by that. If I go out of that, then you can say that this is it. But if you don't give me questions, you don't give me lineup, you don't give me anything, and I'm coming with full force. Well, I think 99% of the interviews.
It's not all the time. No, it's sweetheart. It's not all the time.
I said 99%.
Okay, 99 is a huge number. You know? So it looks like and sometimes presenters present a question as a presenter deviate from if me can say
sorry say
obi na to aduane mani di on sorry nkwan why is this a big deal? Salma,
you have a very big point. If I show up on your show and there will be some questions and I say, if you say, oh, you are disrespecting me, and I say, me person me answer. Fine, thank you. Maybe I'm person me answer, make me answer.
I don't know. Maybe my mind.
No, what you're saying is true.
But you from to your office. Say, communications. Why is it communication?
Of course.
Huh? Use your body language,
of course.
And yet, and conform a cafa na mamen who say, seven that you will come delay the neck. No, maybe. Tell me, communication. The energy and the gestures along with the question. Masaya broadcasting for 23 good years. Media maker. Sometimes who be so big questioner. Your gestures, your actions, carry on the question. It tells you that you are into it. What can perform a question? But their delay so kind so obisa and say enko say you what bodam now what bodam na san obisa man e don't come say enko say what bodam tell you what bodam no this is a big thing when your mommy penny actually if you don't said ya ka say you can choose not to answer obisa and say ma
I say yes see a crop for say wabodam now wabodam and I say so wabodam
but no listen
and that should have been the end of the question.
Watch the video again please
then I'll watch it again.
Watch the video again. Delay energy no tell you wabodam ekradon e dey na hit ni buy ekradon quarter first one buy no okobetimi achievalize no oh me ni aba jaw life no oh but at the question me ekradon kwa ka say media maintain na idea all can on na abodam no only delay and you reply because and you do myself at the point was like a mind's game they make one anything na mama you offended no so obai no you were kwanya be fa so ababi se obi yes you are open numbers but udu kofobi na interview obo a se be page after fa ni die ma ye ni die sam se na na play do agema rollers and the two anu na interview na menya so be could set an extreme as a citizen they make no what I say when obi ti say madam betimudi drus when ya sabira bawunya when ya Rebecca Kufuado and the two anu ma untimi musa sa question enti se akwadon ko na seven previous ni edi ni ho agbo na wo di bie na obisa sa question na fa ebuobram fa way e kwa bi so na busa na enkoya mama me na offended e ho asam na ye ka
Empress, just 30 seconds. Me person me kasi dia can so say I totally agree with you. But me manning say I'm trying to manage the issue. What I am trying to establish here sorry. And Pempi, you know, in this our line of work, you know, you busa questions. What has been rumored out there? What people are thinking? You busa.
Yeah.
Ayana mamu manning koye say presenter na sheda wa ajumu pebi.
Yeah. I'm not saying that we should not ask him.
No, that's what I am saying.
That's what I'm saying. I've been listening to Nana Romeo.
Thank you.
Nana Romeo be doing the same thing.
Thank you.
But you see, how you answer the question,
the power, I totally agree with you. The demeanor and everything.
Yes, everything.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
Buffalo one. I just want to clarify this because Nipadom.
Yes, of course.
Maybe me clarify say I'm not micromanaging or belittling how the woman felt. Okay. Neither am I trying to defend the situation. But the ame person me trying to say, ye jume ya ye Empress, ye busa questions bebre. E ya na to de bia e jihe na ye sa. They make you feel like e bia presenter no wa sheda. That's what I want to say me if you amount for team because of course comments it's like as onipa no wajimu pobi no washada. I have suffered some before me no kwame Eugene any my small boy and say I'm call the worship me photocopy I have experienced it before and it came across as though many akolano na ahihye ho ne pese egu kwame Eugene Masi and it was absolutely a genuine question and the boy answered and I even told him say the word hate now we use too much. So that's what I'm trying to say. We ask questions, perceptions of people as Obi Aye interview, you have every right to say Unyano. You have every right to say that I'm not going to dignify your question with an answer. You have every right to stop the interview and walk off.
You don't keep hammering accepting it because of numbers. Now hamaho now as an interview now that is where you want to fetch your numbers from and because of who delegate to be to get your numbers now hamaho now the nipa de back from America the questions are best select America no and you was America but a kwanya be fa so ababisa no how many pan you offended. There are so many ways I bet me fetching numbers but you shall kwanya fa so the bisa question here. That's all.
Okay. Now, it's a very unfortunate thing, say, because media, she was a great inspiration to me, even though I had never met her. Now, coming back to Delay's interview, I personally watched the interview and have been interviewed by Delay before. And I can attest to the fact, say, sometimes you feel, say, oh, sana mikasa. Okay. Media sana mikasa. Me voice say breaking to no mikasa. Sometimes referee say, "Meng soon yes." Sana me expressing me who creature. Okay. That's what happens. Okay. Yeah.
Deeply emotional.
I'm an emotional person.
No, right?
Yeah. I've been interviewed by this lady before, and I can attest to the fact say sometimes you think say a personal because of ni demeanor ne expression, the style of asking the questions. Sometimes you feel you're under attack. Do you understand? After I watched the interview, I was like, it's a whole lot going on in the interview. First, I feel disrespect. Aside the fact that she was doing her job, which obviously me sure say questions are not all bisano. Obviously, questions that when social media or people bisano, which it's okay. You can ask whatever question you want, providing so nipa no much share because Beyonce wo hoi on me who say we go interview kwama ya disrespecting the crowd because before we ban only wa hye but presenters bi wo ho no ma only omo hye crowd pono omo to me a surprise along the line and the way they might ask the question no it pinches you to answer immediately without even realizing that you've answered because you get disrespected so quickly and then you know you react quickly and this person knows that say obisao in that manner Ebeko ama Hanesa no woody any dahu ena which isn't right because uyasa na unim ne besi echi uyasa unim ne besi echi ba okoso ya na kire se wa adwuni mo no opese ogumani mo ase exactly how I saw the interview to be. There was no problem with the questions she asked, but the manner in which she asked the questions. And I feel that as a presenter, as a host, ubisa guest question one no oyanoa it should end there because me answer or the buy no but say hammer on the same question asking the same question as the who expect a certain answer be a wunya until who penya sa answer no unjai sa question and answer. Let's just say I dream bonu wo true.
Any you be I dream bonu aba me radio vaki no.
Let's I dream bonu wo true. So me this our platform going so because say presenters no mo bisa questions bi am hu say personalities so omo brand no mo dididie enti ubisa omo question bi a wonim say begu nanim ase e na me so you know tawa bebre ba oya sa na enye fine nkwan bebre ho no ma obetumi afade anya views out of sa interview no enye nimguase enko na eni nyina so me blame Ghana for in the sense say ye pe enimguase sempa enunti na yesoso enimguase sem so adia ebegu obi enimu ase no enu ene ye nyina akogu hu na ye huhuhu me nye say Ghana me de Ghana na me wo baby me te Ghana Ghana
there's only one solution obi ambra for training meme George Quay sabe I am not saying now so there is nobody in this country who can over interview me say for training no. So always being interviewed by Romeo. No, I can't now. It's a skill.
From left and other phone. Nana,
in all his glory.
There were two angles, but Mesha say over Obia there and the delay side.
Okay.
Ghana Ankasa hypocrisy Okroma. Me Ankasa me delay interviews name. Say you man no I mean you monitor.
Of course.
Sometimes I'm say how people attack me for asking certain questions no. Me feel delay ni DNA bia. Me who say ono kura busa more than how I ask mine.
Yeah.
I remember one time Onya Samwajan or say yes Oku Samwajan like obusa bibisa. You know intimate but say Romeo busa sisi ape obi abeti say Romeo busa question. You be do attempts about me I have tough skin. Me idea muma bami attend the DNA sanoman and I love reading it because a shaming crying. But you just said the yana yamana basa. Meaning time delay. I don't have anything against her. She's my sister. I love her. But said the nasa Americano. Sometimes when we an interview, I mean, when you say aggressive, but it be also a style. That's a style. Do you get it? Unti say obiye na ye dina tema. Adena asimasi de ya na ye attacking no. And saadi and obi obaby be. I mean, when you say na juni moha. And I say your time because mami akuya don kodie it got to a point I was say any abani female I mean no ningina baby yes any female any babomi abomi so disrespectful like
nana also be about interview mo wa can out
me work you be out now tini
obi amba ma obu amfu
me work you be out that bro for kasa na ye kan no ye kabati entiasie.
Okay.
Why you late to me interview for the third time? Kidi. Me explaining why you late. I will me interview for the third time. Ningi na so mo
late.
Yeah, meba. Ningi na so mo na mo frɛ me show no enya pre-recorded o. Live. A man for a sponsor show na was a me LPM mo. Inti mama o time a me de be ya we interview na we a me de commercial idea to America. Inti say why you late? Na me say I'm sorry. We cannot continue with this interview. George, I'm sorry, we cannot continue with this interview.
Fantastic.
So meaning say you can decide to be there whilst I'm doing my show. Me Pamon can say, hey, walk out, go.
No, for the interview.
Yes.
That was the message that came out.
Yes. Because I said, the headlines were Romeo Kiddy. But nowhere in the interview did I say Kiddy. I only told him, say, I'm sorry, we cannot continue with the interview.
Yeah, I listened to that.
Maybe a French scholar, but meaning seven Sante Brofo. It is our guy we say we cannot continue with the interviewer. Sakim be him. But ye dimisia paso.
When they say.
Good. When they said the no. Said the number can earlier.
With a record.
Maybe.
Or your pay setter.
Maybe interview say no. About 99% will be any other questions now.
Yeah.
To say Sama, meet me first Sama. When you're busy, Brana, you're monk because Menene was saying, on demand questions because when him say, I mean,
you're not upstage here.
Good. So, interviews, yeah. Sabi, your interviews are here and said the normal can. It be any idea to Ejinobiso.
Okay.
Sama, Mati said, Papa be a tall Range Rover and no crab in the womb. And you no crab.
What?
And no, as some can't make fancy be and I say, Romeo, question with you and person may answer. Young Fossobia. Questions in the say, young trauma or say, the way soon busadia, and the idea so you are prepared and you busa.
Okay.
And I busa no so no, you engage viewers and listeners no. So most so dear no de bano, yet me busabi, but it would be anywhere compose you say yano. But the lady no, any live show, a pre-recorded. Until in the old busa no, either the ono prepare and I say rumors are on swat here or deba. I don't have any problem with how Obusa the questions, but with the woman's own idea, honestly, I was so apologizing. Me ya de na last year a bishop sell for my consignee. And no crown man carbon but me how an attacks ne bana. Make I say okay, so if you say man can say yeah, I apologize. Me baby a tete me no, me sorry can. Me weakness, sorry.